Hello, girls. I can see you all smiling, looking at the picture of the joyful baby. God expects us to be joyful like this baby always. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. This verse is taken from Psalm chapter 16, verse 11. Those who have tasted the love of God know the blessing that God has kept for them. God's blessings are infinite and they last forever. Hence, move on, my dear children, and do not brood over troubled situations. Look at the good days ahead that God has kept for you. God will make your face bright and you will be a witness to those around you. A thought to ponder. In this earthly life, the Lord is able to give you His joy and happiness. Are you willing to trust this? Shall we go on to the lesson today? Please turn on to page number 40. Page number 40. We shall see the classical theory of employment. Classical theory of employment. So there is no single theory which could be labeled as classical theory of employment. The classical theory of employment is composed of different views of classical economists on the issue of income and employment in the economy. So classical theory means it is the views of many classical economists. It is not a single person who has given this theory. The theory is composed of different views of classical economists on the issue of income and employment. Adam Smith, the father of classism, wrote the book An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations in the year 1776. Since the publication of this book, classical theory was developed. I'm sure you would have understood it. It was Adam Smith who initiated this classical theory. After the publication of his book only, many classical economists such as David Ricardo, J.S. Mill, J.B. Say, and A.C. Pigou developed the classical theory. So the classical economists made some assumptions for this classical theory of employment. So what are the assumptions? The first assumption is the economy operates at the level of full employment. We have already seen what is full employment. All the people, able-bodied people who are willing to work at the prevailing wage rate must be employed. This is only called as full employment. So this is the first assumption of the classical economists. They said that the economy will always operate at the level of full employment, and that too without inflation. What is inflation? Steady increase in the price level. But here they say there will be full employment without inflation in the long period. It is not in the short period, but it is for many years. So this is the first assumption. The economy operates at the level of full employment. There will be full employment without inflation, and that too in the long period. The second assumption is wages and prices of goods were flexible. Wages. What are wages? The income given to the laborers. The factor income given to laborers are called as wages. Wages and prices of goods were flexible. What do you mean by flexible? It keeps on changing. Wages and prices. and the competitive market existed in the economy. We have already seen in the last year what about perfect competition and imperfect competition. So they say that the market will always be competitive. So this is the second assumption. So for the classical theory of employment, you have two assumptions. Okay. Here you have the picture of J.B. Say. He was the one to give the Say's law of market. Say's law of market. Say's law of market is the core of classical theory of employment. So this is the foundation. This is the base for the classical theory. Say's law of market is the core of the classical theory of employment. So J.B. Say lived during the year 1776 and 1832. He was a French economist as well as an industrialist, and he enunciated the proposition that supply creates its own demand. So this is the Say's law of market. Suppose if they ask in 2 marks, define Say's law of market, you just need to write this sentence: supply creates its own demand. This is the definition for Say's law of market. So Say's law of market was given by J.B. Say, Jean Baptiste Say. Okay, he was a French economist. So what does the law say? It says that supply creates its own demand. Is it not very easy, girls? Just one sentence. Supply creates its own demand. This is the definition for Say's law of market.